All right, you guys, it is time for round 2 of my Dupes versus Original series. And this time we will be doing perfume on perfume. Yes, some of those higher end designer or niche brands that, they're creeping up there in prices. They're going into the hundreds and the 200s of dollars. And we're like, what are we doing here? So I got some dupe options for you. I got some very good close. Like, we're talking about not a 1-for-1, you guys, because hardly anything is 1-for-1. Like, we're close. We're like in a 90 percentile with these perfumes. So if you want to look at something that is more affordable, we're talking about things under 50, 30, 40, 30, some of them even lower than that. Compare it to their higher end originals that is still getting the job done, giving you the same scent profile, close enough to scratch the itch. That sounds good to you. If you're looking for something to help save you some money and not squeeze your wallet so tight, then just stay tuned. We have some great options for you. And hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlene, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. What I'm going to do with this, you guys, is I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm just going to show you the perfumes and tell you about them and tell you why I feel they're close. I'm going to tell you about the scent profiles. I'm going to tell you about the longevity of them, and I'm going to tell you whether these items gave me compliments or not. So let me flip the camera around. I'm going to show you the originals, and then I'm going to show you their dupes and why I feel they are close dupes to these originals. All right, you guys, so we are on the other side over here. This is a whole nother day. Laughing, but we are going to jump right into this. And before I get too much further into it, I want to give an honorable mention because I never picked up the original to this one, but I have smelt it in store and I couldn't justify picking it up when I've already had so many good dupes of it. So I'm going to go over each one of the dupes and tell you how close I feel like they are to this particular scent. And the scent I am talking about is the Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow 81. For the 100 ml bottle of that one, currently it is retailing for $150 because Kayali went up on their prices. I think they used to be around the 130 something before, but now 100 ml for this fragrance on her site goes for $150. And the notes for this one is top notes of Pink Lady Apple, and I'll make sure I have all of this on the screen. It's the reason why I wanted to turn the camera around. Top notes of Pink Lady Apple, Nectarine Blossom, Freesia, Italian Lemon, Pink Marshmallow is in the mid, along with Strawberry, Coconut Flakes, and Orange Blossom. And in the drawdown is Whipped Vanilla, Raspberry Sugar, Pink Musk, Ambrox, and the Kayali Signature Accord. My first dupe I have of this fragrance is the one from the Dupe brand. Now, the Dupe brand has note for note the same notes in their fragrance. The only difference is where she has Orange Blossom, they have Orange Blossom Water. And where she has the Kayali Signature Accord, they have listed their Dua Signature Accord. So whatever their accord they decided to do that they add to their Kayali dupes to kind of mimic her signature accord is what is in this fragrance. And when I tell you that this one is very, very similar to that one, now I'm not going to say any of these are 100% identical. I already discussed that. They are close enough. Like, they're going to scratch the itch. So if you want a nice affordable option, this Strawberry Marshmallow Dream 81 from the Dupe brand is a great option. This has the exact same notes as the Kayali one. So if you're looking for something that has the same exact note profile and does smell very similar to the actual original fragrance, then I would check out this one from the Dupe brand. And anything that I can link of anything I'm sharing with you guys, I will be sure to link either through the YouTube thing or down in my description box. I do already have a code with Dupe, so you can shop through my link and use my code to get a percentage off of their fragrances. But put that aside, like I just said, if you want one that has more of the same notes itself and does scratch the itch for the fragrance, then I would check this one out. The second one I have here was one that I actually just hauled not too long ago with you guys from TJ Maxx, and this is the Miic. This is Miic 166, and they have on here a blend of Marshmallow Gourmand is the name of their number 166. This is an EDP. Like I said, I was able to score this one from my local TJ Maxx. This was only $16.99, you guys. But this one, let me tell you about the note profile for this one. Because it says it has marshmallow, vanilla, coconut, freesia, orange blossom, and musk. Is what this one is saying that it has in it. And this one, another one, love her. I've been using, if you can see the little dent on this one, I've been using this one to like layer on top of different things that I want to layer with, like especially like in the evening time. I love this scent profile, so I gravitate towards a lot of dupes for this brand, this one, because I enjoy the scent profile, and this one did not disappoint. I thought this one was going to be weaker than the rest of them because it was cheaper, not so much. And so that just goes to show you, you guys, I keep proving myself, you know, wrong. More and more I test things, that price doesn't determine quality. Let me say that again. Price does not determine quality. So I know there's some fragrance snobs out there that don't agree with this, but just because you spend $400, $500, $600 on a fragrance doesn't mean it's the best quality that's out there. So the price does not justify the quality. This here from the Miic brand is amazing. I have been enjoying this one very, very much. And let me give you the full note breakdown that they have on the Miic site, because I just shared a few of those, but this is another one that is very similar to the Kayali's notes. Like, it's just a few wording different, and the order of the notes are different, but everything in the top note, in the mid note, and in the base is very similar. So they have top note of freesia, Italian lemon, nectarine blossom, and apple. Mid of marshmallow, strawberry, coconut, and orange blossom. Base of whipped cream, sugar, vanilla, musk, raspberry, and ambroxan. So like I said, very similar notes, just about the same, just worded a little different and in a different order. But this is close enough. Like, this one is very close to the OG as well. So honorable mention, because I don't have the OG in my collection, but like I said, I have smelt it plenty of times. Not only have smelt it, but have even put it on my skin a few times. So I do love the scent. So let's talk about this next one, because this one was one of my first ones I picked up that was duping this scent, and it's Marshmallow Blush from Paris Corner. And this one has top note of, according to Fragrantica, of strawberry, raspberry, and lemon, mid of ambroxan, orange blossom, and base of marshmallow and musk. So it doesn't show a full breakdown of the notes. This one has more of your strawberry and marshmallows to me. I just sprayed it, you guys, because I want to spray it to kind of remind myself. Yeah, this one to me is the one that has more of your strawberry and marshmallow focus in here. So it's kind of like it's inspired by that fragrance. It's not exact. Still love the scent, but to me, that's where the more focus is on that one. These here to me smell more marshmallowy, and this one smells more strawberry-like in it. Whenever I smell this one. And the one that I feel like was super close as far as the Middle Eastern brands go was this pink blush. Now this one says that it has raspberry, nectarine, apple in the opening, but then also it has strawberry, fluffy marshmallow, creamy coconut, and orange blossom, and then base of sugar and vanilla. This one was the one that to me came closer to the actual DNA of the Kayali as far as the Middle Eastern brands go. And so I love this one as well. Like, I know this one and this one kind of came out not too far apart from each other, and I love them both for different reasons. Like I said, one is more marshmallowy and strawberry forward, and one is more closer to the actual DNA, which I think is this one, in my opinion, but I still love them both. The one I picked up before I picked up the Miic brand was this Cloud Candy from Khadlaj. This is another one. This one has marshmallow, strawberry, sugar, whipped cream, vanilla, raspberry, white musk, coconut, tangerine, ambroxan, and freesia. So a lot of the same notes. This is another one that I enjoy quite a bit since I picked it up. But I stopped wearing it so much because when I first got it, I was like, ooh, you are a nice one too. But I hate the feel of the bottle in my hand when I'm trying to spray this one. Like when I'm holding it, especially when you got oils or lotiony hands, by the time you don't got to spraying your perfumes, you should be moisturized, correct? And so this, to me, it's harder. It's like hard on your fingers and stuff when you got these edges being so sharp. I know it's making it easier for gripping, but you have to like really grip it because it can be so slippery too. So it's hard to spray this one. So I don't like the packaging on this one, but I love the juice inside of this one. So if I was to skip any of them, I probably would skip this one just because of the packaging part. But the scent inside is giving you, the scent inside is giving that Kayali Bougie Marshmallow scent profile. So that was my honorable mention because I have so many of those. And although I don't have the OG, I have quite a few of the dupes for that one because I do appreciate that scent profile. I think she did an amazing job with that one. So the next one I'm sharing with you guys is this one from Billie Eilish, and this is her original fragrance, Eilish, that we all love the aesthetic of. It's giving you very modern art wise, but this one has top notes of red berries, mandarin, and sugared petals, mid of vanilla bourbon, soft spices, accord, and cocoa. And then it has base of warm musk, creamy woods, and tonka is what they have on the Eilish site. It's supposed to be an amber gourmand. And this one is very sensual to me. It's dark, it's sweet, it's got some depth to it. It's very rich and smells so good. So I enjoy this fragrance quite a bit. The cocoa in here gives it a nice depth to it that I really do appreciate. And it has a, a sweetness about it. The sugar petals, like the floral in here, is just giving it a nice little touch of the femininity. But yes, this one here is so good to me. It's nice and creamy and rich. And the musk in here it just sits beautifully on the skin. It lingers. And it just, like I said, it just gives you like date night sensual vibes. And the dupes I have for this one, the first one I ever picked up was from this Finery. This is Sweet on the Outside. Now, Sweet on the Outside doesn't list all the notes that Eilish does, but you can tell that it's inspired by that fragrance. And this one has notes of Madagascar vanilla, cacao wood, and smoked vetiver in it. This one here was one that I was really disappointed in when I first smelt it, and I was going to declutter it, and then I just forgot about it. Like I put it on the shelf and I forgot about it. And when I decided to pull it back out, when I was trying to see, like, was I going to get rid of it or not, it got better. But did it remind me enough of this one to say that it was a dupe per se? Yes, it was. Like, it's probably like 65 or so percent there. You can definitely tell it's not having all the notes. It does have that same sweetness to it. It still has that little like creamy, comforting feel that the Eilish one gives you. It also has that sensualness about it, that depth to it, because it has that wood in it and the vetiver in there. It does have that depth to it with the cacao in there. So I can see why people were comparing the two. And is it a good option? Yeah, it is a good option, but I don't think it is a straight on dupe for it. I think it's in this, like it could be in the same family, like a cousin. So my one that I recommend, that I feel like is more of a dupe and even better version of the Eilish, in my opinion, is Nebras. Now, Nebras share a lot of similar notes to Eilish. So I think what they did was they took the Eilish DNA to me and they just made it better, in my opinion. So Nebras has the red berries. It has the mandarin orange. It has the vanilla, the cacao. It has rose in it, sugar, tonka bean, musk, and amber. So how does it compare to the original? Well, they both have that little floral touch in the opening along with the berries and the mandarin. And they both share the cacao and the vanilla. But whereas one says sugar petals, the other one is saying rose. They like specifying rose. And then whereas one is saying that it has tonka, woods, and musk in the base, the Nebras doesn't say woods. It has amber and sugar listed. So they took it and made it sweeter and took out the woods. Is what they did with this one. So you still have the warmth because they got the amber in there, but instead of having woods in the base, they put the amber in the base of this one. So, and it added more sweetness. So to me, this is the sweetened version of this one. So if you want more of the woody drawdown, stick with the Eilish. If you want more of a sweet, warm drawdown, that's where Nebras came into play, and they heightened the vanilla in here to me. So that's where I prefer the Nebras over the original. So that is my first one up. So OG versus the original. In this particular case, I prefer this dupe. Love them both, but I prefer that dupe. The next one I have to go over with you guys is from Dolce & Gabbana. This one is L'Imperatrice. And this one is a beautiful scent. This one is newer to my collection. I only picked it up last year, played with it just a little bit. But soon after, I picked up Maison Alhambra version of it. And let me tell you about it. So first, Dolce & Gabbana, it starts out with a top note of kiwi, rhubarb, and pink pepper. Then it has watermelon, cyclamen, and jasmine. And then it has a base of blonde wood, lemon wood, musk, and sandalwood in here. This one here starts out with that tartness of the kiwi and the rhubarb, but then it goes into that watermelon and other notes. This is a very watery, fruity, floral scent that I enjoyed quite a bit. And then I picked up this one. And I'm not holding the same bottle. It is a different bottle, but not only did Maison Alhambra try to dupe the scent, they also mimicked the bottle on this one. So this is L'Impression by Maison Alhambra. This one also has that little tartness opening and very similar to the L'Imperatrice. So much so that several times I've done side-by-side comparisons of this one, because you know your Middle Eastern fragrance develop more as they go. As you can see, the coloration on this one It's different because I've had this one a little bit longer, but this one has been slowly changing into that light pink shade. I don't know if you can tell, but it has a slight light pink shade similar to what this one is starting to do. But every time I've worn these side by side, I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. So out of all the ones I'm going to share with you today, these two are probably the most identical I have out of this whole lot I'm sharing with you. And not only is the scent like very identical, but the bottle itself, the aesthetic of the perfume is almost identical. So dupe versus original, my preference in this case, I love them both, but they're the same. They're the same fragrance. I prefer the price tag of this one a lot more. So if you're looking for something that's like a spot on dupe of the OG, you love that fruity water aquatic because it has that with a tart opening of the kiwi. I don't have a lot of fragrances with kiwi in it, and this one does it right. Like it balances that that tartness with the sweetness, and it has that woodsy it's like a fruity floral aquatic woodsy scent that I love quite a bit. It's a lovely scent, and Maison Alhambra hit the nail on the head with this one. So I highly recommend this one. When you smell it from the top, it smells slightly different, but on my skin, you can barely tell them apart, especially after the first couple of minutes of it sitting on my skin. Nearly identical. So the next one I have for you guys is one of my loves. So the next one I have for you guys is my Minnie mouse from the House of Sillage. This here, you guys, I love this scent. I love the aesthetic of this. I love the scent, but I haven't had to use much of the juice. And let me tell you why. So let me tell you about this fragrance first. This says that it has top notes of marshmallow and creamy notes. Then it has heart of raspberry, caramel, and coconut, and base of vanilla, musk, and cedarwood. This is from the House of Sillage actual website. So that is what they say the notes are in this one. When I tell you the marshmallow in here, that creaminess, the raspberry, that caramel that's in here mixed with that coconut smells delicious. And it just has that nice, like airy, slightly woodsy dry down about it. That's sweet and indulgent. Love this fragrance. Love her so much that I did not want to run through this juice too fast. And when I saw that one, this brand I found last year, like I've known them for a little over a year now. This is Genre Perfumes, aka Louisiana Aroma, based out of Lafayette, Louisiana, here in the US of A. They came out with their version called Many More, you guys. Many More, same notes. This one here smells divine. Smells divine. Like I wore this side by side. You can barely tell a difference. Barely tell a difference between these two. Like it's like almost spot on to this. It is so good. But then Dupe decided to come out with their version, the Dupe brand, and they called theirs Mini Magic, you guys. Mini Magic. And this one has the exact same notes. Exact same notes. And when I smelled this one, I was like, you are giving the same fragrance. You're giving the same fragrance. So these two options captured this scent very, very well. They did an amazing job capturing the scent of this Minnie mouse. I love that I have both of these affordable options, because both of these, just pick one and go with it. You're gonna, if you want this, just pick one. out of these two. You're going to love both of them. I love both of them. I do not love one of these more than the other one. I think they both did a great job capturing this fragrance. Like when I did side-by-side testing of these two together, it was very slight nuances. And when I did them individually against the OG itself, very slight nuances. So in this particular case, dupe versus original, I mean, I'm going to go with the dupes so I can keep this beauty around longer. If I was to go back, if I was to run out of this, if I could refill this thing here, I will be refilling it with one of these. That's what I would do so I can keep it full, because this scent, these are it. I would pick one of these and go with it. It's what I would do with those. But I love the packaging. I love the scent of this. But they did a great job duping that fragrance. The next one I have to share with you guys is Ralph Lauren Romance. This one here, this one is another one that I've had probably about a year now. I've had this one. It has top notes of mandarin essence, pink pepper, and white violet leaves. Then it has mid of rose, jasmine, marigold, and geranium, and base of patchouli, oak moss, and musk. This one here is your beautiful, musky, florally, airy, fruity. It's like the bottle says romance. It's very ethereal and romantic is what it's given. It's got something about it. It's just those florals with the musk woven together in here just does something to this fragrance that makes it very nice. The woods in here, I wouldn't say are too woodsy. The patchouli in here isn't doing too much. It's not doing too much at all. It's just giving it a lingering effect that lasts on your skin beautifully. I love this. This one is another one that's a little more sensual. It's a little more date night, but it's more of a, instead of seductive, it's more of a, like it says, romantic. It's more of a romantic scent. This one can be someone's date night scent, but this can be like somebody that's, like, I would say more so like a afternoon date is what I would say this one is. Even someone could be wearing this on their wedding day or like do engagement photos or anything like that. It just reminds me of that era. But the one I have for you guys that I have that's duping that one is from the duo brand called Her Affair. Her Affair, although it's duping this one, it's not like the other ones where they have the exact same notes. So this one says it has ginger, chamomile oil, Sicilian lemon, freesia, has rose, lily, carnation, white violet, lotus, patchouli. Then it has oak moss, sandalwood, and white musk accord. So a lot of similar notes, but they do have some key differences. Like this one doesn't say that it has marigold in it or geranium in it. This one has lily and carnation and lotus in it, where that was not listed in the original. And when I wear this side by side, yes, these two remind me a lot of each other, but there are some key differences. And whenever I wear the two, I actually prefer the OG on this one. Although I still do love and enjoy this one, when you're trying to compare the fact that this is supposed to be trying to dupe this one, it says that's inspired by this one. In this particular case, I prefer the actual OG version of this scent. Do I still enjoy this one? Yes, but like I said, there's key differences. I find that the OG is a slight more sweeter, a slight more refined and sophisticated, but I do enjoy them both. But in dupe versus original, I would give it to the OG in this case. In the next one I have for you guys, I actually have the OG in a mini. I fell in love with this Phlur father figure, you guys. I got it as part of a set from Phlur. They had like a set of 4 of like their fan favorites. Like this is one of their best sellers on the site, and for good reason. This is a green fig that has some little about it. Like this one here has a little, it's got a little sensual vibe to it, I would say. It has top notes of water lily, lush fig, and cassis buds. Orris root, iris flower, and jasmine dew is in the mid, and base of skin musk, vanilla Madagascar, patchouli leaf, and sandalwood. This is definitely a unisex fragrance that greenness that in here smells so good. That has a aquatic nature about it, like it says, with that dewy cassis that's in here. Those buds, is that water lily here just gives it that nice aquatic nature about it. But this is definitely a green woody scent, and it definitely leans more unisex. Now the dupe I have for this one is another one from the Dupe brand, and it is called Hidden Gardens, you guys. Hidden Gardens has the exact same notes as Phlur Father Figure, and it smells nearly identical. The only difference between this one and this one is slightly sweeter, which I enjoy, because one of the things I love about this fragrance and what actually put me onto this fragrance was actually the luxury body mist from Bath & Body Works, Guilty as a Fig. When I smelled that sweet green fig out of that bottle, I fell in love. So that's what made me get the set that included Father Figure, because I'm like, I love this fig. And so then I enjoyed this, but it wasn't sweet enough for me. So that's what was holding me off from picking up a bigger bottle of it, besides the price tag of $150 for 100 ml, was the fact that I felt I wished it leaned a little bit more feminine. Insert the Dupe Hidden Gardens. Dupe's Hidden Gardens has a more sweetness to it that I don't know if they amped up that Madagascar vanilla in there or what, but it has a slight more sweetness to it that makes me love this one more. So in this particular case, in the Dupe versus original, I love the Dupe. The next one I have for you, and this is the last one I'm sharing in this video, is from Marc Jacobs. This is the Perfect Intense. If you know anything about me and my channel, I have been in love with the Perfect line. So this Perfect Intense is no different. This one has top notes of daffodil and jasmine, heart of roasted almonds, and base of sandalwood. This one here, that blend of the daffodils, it has a creamy nature about it that I really, really, really enjoy. It blends those florals with that almond, that creamy, nutty almond with that sandalwood, just has a little warmth to it. So it's creamy, it's warm, it has a little bright florals in there. This one is so, so good. It's got a richness about it. It feels like the color, that golden color, that's what it reminds you of. But the one that I have that is kind of inspired by that one, but slightly different, is this Lattafa Yara Moy. Lattafa Yara Moy does not have the exact same notes, but when you put it on your skin, you can tell it's duping that fragrance. So the notes for this one is pear, pink pepper, black currant, mid of tuberose, jasmine, and almond, and base of vanilla, cashmere, and patchouli. So whereas this one has a fruity opening to it, with that black currant, which I really do not care for the black currant in its opening, but it does give it a nice juiciness, and that pear gives it a nice sweetness in the opening. But then it jumps right into the creaminess of the tuberose and the warmth of the almond that's in here. And that's when this fragrance starts smelling more like this one. It's more in the mid and the drawdown of this fragrance. And that's when I start enjoying this one the most. But do I prefer the Yara Moy over my Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense? No, I do not. In this particular case, in the dupe versus original, I would choose the Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense over this one. This one is a great option if you love that profile, but you want more of a fruity opening. But other than that, I prefer the OG. So you guys, in my dupe versus original, this is my second part to this series. We will have some more to come because I got some other ones already pulled to go. I just didn't want to do too many in one video, not make it too long. So be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up before you go. Hype the video and leave down in the comments, you know, what is your favorite dupe of an original perfume? I would like to know some of your hidden gems that you may have in your collection. Other than that, you guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.